The morning after my wedding began in my husband's house with an unusual silence. Inside me, the music of yesterday's celebration was still echoing. Faces of friends and family floated before my eyes, and my heart carried a timid joy. It felt as if everything was different now. A new last name, a new home, new routines to learn. I tried to smile at the smallest details, at the ray of sunlight caught inside my teacup, at the gentle rustle of the curtains. Then my mother-in-law called me into the kitchen. Her voice was soft, but there was something unyielding in her tone. I went with a little tremor in my chest. Her eyes were firm, stripped of the polite warmth I had seen before. "The money from your parents," she said quietly. "Put it here. We'll decide how to use it." Her words left no room for argument. In that moment I felt the thread between my past and my future pull to its breaking point. To her it was just money. To me it was something else, my family's love, their blessing, their way of helping me begin a new life. I stood there, confused and uncertain. And for the first time I realized stepping into a new family isn't always about kind words and open arms. Sometimes it means finding your own voice, and your own place, without betraying what is dearest to you. I went back to my room in silence, sat by the window, and pressed my hands to my chest as if holding myself together. Fear and hurt kept shifting inside me. What if I was wrong? Maybe it really was proper to hand everything over, no questions asked. Then I remembered my mother's words at the wedding table. "Daughter, never lose yourself wherever life takes you." I whispered those words out loud like a prayer. And slowly clarity came. This wasn't just money. It was a symbol of love, of faith, of hope for my future. To give it away without a word would mean betraying not only my parents but myself. Yet saying no could offend my new family. It could shake my husband's trust. I sat there thinking, strength in a woman isn't found in shouting or in tears. It's in the quiet, steady courage to protect what is sacred to her. That evening I gathered my courage. My heart beat wildly like a bird in a cage. But I knew we needed this conversation. I sat down beside my husband, looked into his eyes and said softly, without anger or pleading, "It's important to me that this money stays with us. It was given with love, as a beginning for our family. Let's decide together how to use it." He was silent for a while, and fear crept closer and closer. But I didn't push, didn't beg. I just waited. And then he finally spoke. "You're right. I hadn't thought of it that way." His words were brief, so much shorter than my anxiety, but they meant the world to me. Gratitude and relief washed over me. We didn't know everything about each other yet, but that moment was a step forward. A step into a marriage where we meant shared choices, shared truth and a shared home. The next morning my husband spoke to his mother. His voice was calm but steady. "We've decided these funds will be the foundation of our life together." His mother looked at him in surprise. A silence stretched out, feeling like forever. I stood frozen in the doorway. She frowned but said nothing. And I realized, winning isn't always about argument. Sometimes victory simply means staying true to yourself. My husband glanced at me, a tiny smile in his eyes. That moment of recognition between us said everything. We had faced this together. Later, at the family dinner table, my mother-in-law was reserved, but no longer hostile. I understood then, trust doesn't grow in a day. It takes many small steps, a long time and patience. It takes showing that you are not an enemy, but part of the family. And it takes learning to accept and to be accepted. This wasn't the end of a battle. It was the beginning of a journey. Months passed. My husband and I chose to invest the money into a small workshop. It had been his dream for years. I helped with clients, he worked with his hands. It became our shared project, built with love, patience and faith. And gradually, my mother-in-law saw that I wasn't stubborn or rebellious. She saw I wanted not to destroy but to build. We learned to talk even when we disagreed. I discovered something important. Family is not just about shared walls. It is about listening and being heard. Since then, I have not been afraid to speak when something matters to me. And the more I stayed true to myself, the stronger our relationship grew. I came to understand, a real family gives both roots and wings. Roots that remind you who you are, and wings that allow you to remain yourself, even when the winds blow against you.